Welcome back. Wow, 208. We're a third of the way done. This is Manny Get Your Gun. Is this the one where we learn that Gloria can shoot? Is Manny in a raft in the pool at the end of this? I'm trying to remember. I think it's the family racing to get to dinner. I remember the whole family there, but them not being happy, and Mandy sitting at the head of the table. I remember that. Um, but we're just gonna have to get into it so I can flesh out what the storylines were. But I think everybody was kind of unhappy. I think they were all racing to get there. I think we had a stunt where all the four cars uh, slid in and almost hit each other on the way to the dinner. But maybe that's not this episode. I think it is, but I could be wrong. But let's find out. Without further ado, episode 208, Manny, Get Your Gun. All right. See what happens.
Good afternoon. Thanks for coming. It's so nice to spend my birthday surrounded by so many smiling faces.
I remember spending a lot of days in
today.
this
I realized
restaurant, like
I
two
let
maybe.
my childhood slip away.
Come on, everybody! We're gonna be late for Manny's birthday. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm ready, Mom.
You sure, honey?
Yep.
And take a quick peek at your feet.
Oh, come on, Luke.
Come on, Luke.
Walk faster, or should I get Lily to stroll out of the car and push you?
Would you relax? The restaurant's like 5 minutes away from here. Oh, free lotion.
Stop stopping to smell the roses. Manny's present.
Oh, you are such a Pritchett.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
I'm looking for the keys.
Of course you are.
Of course
I
you
like
are.
being on time. It's easy because I'm organized, not my wife. You'd think growing up in a place full of death squads and drunken uncles, she'd have learned to move a little bit faster.
Hi, sorry. I couldn't find my eating. So what were we talking about, huh?
Great open. Oh, what a good open. That's Scots and Drunken Uncles. Oh, this feels like a Danny Zucker. I remember Danny being on set for this, so we'll see. But I think this might be a Danny
Honey,
Zucker
come
episode.
on. We're gonna be late. Let's go.
Yeah, just filling out the application to family camp.
Oh,
You know when?
my way is the most direct.
Directly into traffic.
Your way is directly into the suckiest way.
You want to make this interesting?
Yeah, I don't think that's possible.
Take two cars and see who gets there first.
Fine. Let's do that. It's on.
Yeah, it is on. I'll take the girls.
Luke, your dad and I are splitting up.
Why?
Another one of their stupid arguments.
Okay, we'll go with that.
No, buddy, come with me.
There's another. Julie can't pull her punches. It's so good. I remember she, really did throw a little bit of a choke on Luke as he's getting yanked back, but it's funny. It's perfect. It's so well done. And then this will be the match to the Phil or to the Luke joke. Come on, Phil, with those shoes. Just kind of showing how Luke's like his dad. It's wonderful.
Come on, Phil.
Come on, Phil.
I can't. I just can't.
Helen, you have to try. I once almost let my own fears stop me from embarking on a relationship, and I would have lost the love of my life.
Donald?
Cam? Hang on, Helen. I'll have you down in a jiffy.
All right, so obviously, if you slow that down, you can see we used to stunt double for that. Eric actually did it. Maybe that's not Eric too. I gotta look. I think Eric actually did it though. But that was a stunt double for our elderly lady because this is, a little bit dangerous. Carrying somebody down an up escalator is a tricky thing, and so yeah, we used a stunt woman for the Helen part, but Eric actually did his own stunt. And if you look, we used the same background person because right here, I believe that was the lady that was looking back and up at Cam when he was yelling at the top down at Helen. I believe that lady stopped and did a take to him. So we're also reusing our background, which you do on those days. You put them in and hope you don't see them twice.
Right. Ow. Nails. Helen. Nails. Nails. Nails.
Helen, at least just give me a chance.
Give him a chance.
She's right here. Cam, come on. We're running out of time.
We're running out of time. Sensitive.
Sensitive.
Go to him.
Oh, it's nice that you care so much about us.
Without love, we're nothing.
But what about his wife?
It was a pleasure meeting you both.
Yeah.
Cry, Mom.
Oh, that was a weird. That was a weird shot. We don't use that shot. The close up of Luke.
Don't cry, Mom.
That is an odd shot. We rarely, if ever, use a shot like that. That's super close. We may punch into that, but to start a scene on that shot is very, very odd. And then we go back out to our wide where we normally stay. But that was weird. That was an odd choice. As you can see, we spent a lot of time in the car on this episode. Probably a day, if not two, maybe even two. Because early in the days, we did the Pritchett house, and we did Jay Gloria, and we did the Dumfies. But we didn't have to do Cam and Mitch house, so I think we spent 2 days in the car on this one, which are, decent days for props, because there's not a whole lot I have to do on car days besides give them the props and send them out. It's more of a grip, lighting, camera. They have heavy days on that because they have to rig the car. They put the car on a tow, and so the car's being towed behind Transpo. So it's Transpo brings and there's companies that do that. You just call them. But then you have to, the platforms are wide so that you could rig lights on the outside of it, or if it was night, or you rig the cameras on the front all the way around. On some shows, you'll actually rig it on the doors as well so that you can shoot both ways. We don't do that. We did all four up front to get the 4 angles. But it's a harder day for it's more work. I should say it's more work for camera that day and set lighting and grips. And sound has to. I usually wire the car as well. So we talked about it before. Some days are easy for certain departments. Some days are harder for certain departments. Props tends to like car days, man. I do. It's unless there's like gags happening in the car, and even then, actors kind of have to reset that because they're not going to pull over or let me be in a van behind and pull over, come over, reset the gag, get back in the car, and that's just it has to be a gag that kind of resets itself.
Honey, what the hell are you doing
He
there?
has to cancel his party because he missed his childhood.
The party that I have rescheduled.
All right, so this gag is actually harder than you think.
Twice so that the whole family could be together?
Please send my regrets.
Because things float in a pool, and so you have to anchor them. And there's Vera Bradley. I did not do a very good job of greeking that. You can see Vera Bradley right there on the towel. Usually I'm really good about that, and I would have folded that under, but once it got out there, I guess the towel got folded back over, and we just, right there, branding for the whole world to see. Free advertising. Anyway, you have to anchor that. So what you do is you take a fishing line, mono, we call it mono, because it is not picked up, thin stuff is not picked up by the camera. And you anchor it in 2 to 3 places. The other part would be to have somebody in the pool anchoring it as well. Just holding it in place. But on the wide shots, you can't do that, or you'd see the person. So yeah, you take mono, you try to tie it off the three places. Josh on set usually has to do that, and that holds it in place so that he's not turning. You know, as we're filming the scene, he's on the right orientation the whole time, and he's floating, but he's not floating away into the pool because to be able to hold him in place would be almost impossible. So, or special effects can do would do it as well. So, it would be one of those two departments. But it was Josh, I'm pretty sure. I remember him doing it a lot. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I know if you have pull toys in there, like ball, like a inflatable ball or something like that, Josh would tie those off because you wouldn't want them floating in different, you know, a pool noodle. You wouldn't want them floating in different spots. Excuse me, during different takes.
Now, if I could have a little privacy.
Privacy! Eso es lo que me faltaba a mí. Privacy en esta casa.
Got a skateboard down there?
The second thing that slipped right out from under me today.
Okay, time to get out.
The first was my childhood.
I get it.
I am so sick of stubborn men. You act like a little.
This was special effects because we had to have the
You like a sad old man that doesn't want to be happy.
we had to have the palm tree fall. Yeah.
You could have shot me.
Come on, Manny. I could have unbuttoned your shirt if I wanted to. Now come here or sink. And I'm taking this with me in the car.
Oh man, I love that Cam wants to be in on it. It's so good.
So this is why I was rushing you around. Huh? What do you think of me now?
How could you, Mitchell?
What? Cameron?
Not now, Donald.
Not Donald. Oh, I forgot about Donald. All right, I forgot that was the flash mob. That was a big day for us. That's actually a huge day for camera. I think we had, I want to say something like 12 or 14 cameras working that day if you include camera phones, because I think we put might have been our first work with GoPros, and I think we put camera phones up as well. I know we didn't have 14 full camera bodies, but we got a bunch of different angles from up top when we got the wide, when you saw everybody dancing. So Gavin had a very heavy day that day. I think we had a lot of footage of that. And, you know, you get a whole bunch of people doing a dance number. That can be a long day at work. You know, you listen to Free Your Mind a lot. You listen to that song a lot. Although, usually you'll also use a snap track too. So it'll be, it'll start the song. It'll get two or four beats. Start the song, and then we'll fade the song out and just keep the thump track going, so everybody can stay on beat. But I can't remember if we did that. I think so. I think we would have done that, and then Timbo would have added the song into post. But and then also an extra job by sound, because cutting in between, you know, that song has to be on beat through that whole episode. Or that whole scene. So a lot of moving parts on that one, no pun intended, and a lot of good stuff.
You put that potato chip in my sandwich. That was a crunchy surprise.
No, that was your dad. Everything fun is your dad. Second Christmas, Italian accent night, this race.
Which we could have won. Your way is way faster.
Way is
Isn't it?
faster.
Buckle up, Luke. Today, you have two fun parents.
Come on, Mom. You can do it.
That's right, I can.
Tell me the truth, Jade. Did you put the key in my bag?
No.
Don't be mad.
All right, and so here's the other thing about car work. There's no earthly reason for Rico to be sitting in the middle of the car, much like when we do with the baby seat. Rico would sit on the left or right. However, the way this car was set, it's narrow in the front and wider in the back, so you would lose Rico. So here we are, seatbelt across his neck, sitting in the middle of the vehicle so we can get a 3-shot. It's stupid, but it is the concessions you make when you're working in vehicles. Good out. I don't think we. That ending happened way too quick. We really did that 3 lines by Manny being like, "Oh, I watched you all be child," and then everybody being like, "Oh, I was wrong." Yeah, that's a quick turn. I don't think we really earned that one at all. But you know, he had to get out of the scene somehow. And I like our ending here too. It was just the flash mob. It's fine. Yeah, you can see how many camera angles we had. Cam really wanting to be a part of it is so good by Eric. So good. Eric was good. Jesse was good. I remember that flash mob fondly, but as you look at the end, I think that's why the end was the flash mob, so you could actually see how many cameras we had working that day. We had a lot. Camera department earned their money that day. Gavin especially. I think he had a lot to download that day. Good episode. We learned that Gloria's good with a gun. We don't see Gloria with a gun until I think Claire and Gloria in season like 7, where Claire's sneaking away to go to the shooting range and Gloria finds her. I think that's the next time we even go back to that joke. But all in all, a pretty good episode. Certainly not one of my favorites, but some decent stuff in there. So let me know what you think down in the comments. See if you liked it. Thanks for hanging out today. If you can, like, subscribe, pass this on to people who may enjoy it. And as we pull forward, we will be on to 209 next week. But until that time, see you.